Hey everyone, this is Adam from PPP. I want to share with you my expectations before visiting Mobile World Congress in Barcelona and the gears that I'll be taking with me. I'm also heading to Switzerland for holidays right afterwards, so yeah, fingers crossed that the gears I have are exactly what I need for both occasions. Alright, let's start with Barcelona. Alright, first off, let's talk about MWC, Mobile World Congress. It is one of the biggest tech conventions held every year around late February to early March in Barcelona, Spain, yada yada. But the thing is, it is my favorite tech event because the other big one, which is Consumer Electronics Show, CES, I just feel that the other one is a little too US market focused and it's just not as exciting. So this year, the things I'm most excited for this year are the tapas. Sorry, let's do that again. The product I'm most excited for this year at MWC is the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. I've been using the Xiaomi 14 Ultra as my personal driver for over a year now, and let's say I am a fan. This phone just fulfills my needs more than any other phones I've used. I just hope the 15 Ultra can be smaller, lighter, but we all know that's not gonna happen. Although I heard that there's gonna be a huge upgrade with its telephoto lens and the zoom. So as long as Xiaomi does not screw things up too badly, I'm 90% certain that it will be my daily driver going forward, and I'm very excited. For the other products, I'm also very excited to get my hands on the upcoming Nothing 3A. I think it is gonna be the best sub $400 phone that one can get their hands on in the US. Also, Nothing as a company is a very interesting one. I love their products. Personally, my favorite is the Ear 2. It has been one of my favorite earphones. And then I also hope to see more companies create and launch smart glasses, right? More competition for Ray-Ban Meta. Now let me show you the stuff that I'll be bringing with me to capture the actions of MWC and to document my Switzerland adventures. And also to stay entertained along the way, right? Gamer has got a game, that's just the way it is. So in order to cover all the grounds, I'll have to pack as wisely and as lightweight as possible so that I don't risk any chance of breaking my 40-year-old back. The bag I'll be carrying with me is this 30-liter backpack from Decathlon called Quechua. I picked it up for around $80 from Asia and I just love it, right? It comes with the large camera cube included and also a ton of pockets for easy access. And finally, there's this rain hood towards the bottom in case it rains. But for viewers that are in the US, we're just not that lucky, right? Because this thing costs on the Decathlon website like over double the price. It's almost $200 after taxes. So for that price, I say definitely go for the Peter McKinnon 25-liter, the version with the large cube. All right, let's talk about phones. So sadly, this is one category that I cannot afford to go lightweight on. And as Team Android, I think it's just the better side, you know, with more options, more customization, and more personalities. And these are some of my favorite phones, but there's no way I can bring them all with me. So let's trim them down. I'm sure you guys might have already guessed the first phone by now, and that is the Xiaomi 14 Ultra. This beast is a photography powerhouse, and with its Leica collaboration, the image quality is just insane. I know there's a lot of comparison in the market between this and the Vivo X200. I believe camera-wise they're not that far off, but I think to me Xiaomi just takes the cut. Next is the trusty Google Pixel. This one here is the 9 Pro. I intentionally did not go for the XL because for my phones I like them small. And for Pixels I just love their clean and stock Android experience. Plus the Pixel camera is always a reliable backup. For YouTube and media consumption, I've got the Honor Fold V3. I think this is the thinnest and lightest foldable in the market right now, and I think it is just perfect for watching YouTube, reading, and just enjoying content that is on a way bigger screen. Finally, I'm bringing along the Huawei Mate 70, their latest flagship. This one is running Harmony OS, which may shape to be a competitor to Android in the future. I'm personally testing this phone out as I'm very curious to find out how they are faring without Android. How they handle permissions, do their app compatibility, and more. So which phone are you rocking? Aside from the boring iPhone, And do you want me to review or share more about any of my other devices? Let me know in the comments. And before we move on to camera gear, if you're interested in checking out any of the stuff that I've mentioned, I have them listed in the links below. Alright, now onto camera gear. I'll be gone for 3 whole weeks and I'll be on the move the entire time. So there are 2 key factors that I'm looking into when I'm selecting the camera I'm taking with me. Firstly, weight is the key factor. And secondly, I'm not a gimbal person. So the camera I'm taking with me needs to have an effective image stabilization built in. And with that, taking all those into thinking, that brings my choice down to the Sony a7C Mark II. In my previous video, I shared that I prefer to buy things from Asia, and the same applies to cameras. This time, not Japan, not China, Hong Kong. Why Hong Kong, you ask? First, I find that it is somehow cheaper to buy cameras in Hong Kong. And second, cameras in Hong Kong comes with English preloaded, which is really very important. It's because cameras sold in China or Japan only comes with Chinese or Japanese, right? Even though there are ways for you to swap them to English afterwards, if you've done it before, you will know that it's not easy. Alright, now comes the tough question. I think for many photographers, the most difficult decision before trips is which lenses to bring. Let's check them out. Here with me, I got a good mixture of zoom lenses and prime lenses, even pancakes. But they're still just too much, so similar to phones, let us trim it down. So for this trip, I think I would be going with these 3 lenses. First is my go-to lens, and that is the 35mm Sony G Master. It is actually my only G Master, and I did struggle quite a lot between this and the 50mm, but ended up deciding to go with 35 instead. It is amazingly sharp, and it's also my all-rounder lens. I use it for street, landscape, portrait, everything. I couldn't risk not having a zoom with me for this trip, but instead of the 24 to 70mm, I decided that I would be needing the extra reach. So I'll be bringing the Sony 70-200mm f4 Mark II. I intentionally bought this over the GM version because of its very positive reviews, and that it is also 25% lighter. I think this lens was my best purchase last year. I feel for a telephoto lens, you don't need the f2.8 of the GMs. And as you can see, this lens takes great and amazing sharp photos. I've been really happy with it. And just in case I need additional reach, I got a 2x teleconverter that will bring the lens up to 400mm at f8. For this trip, I decided not to bring a backup camera, but I'll be bringing a lightweight backup prime lens. This is the very compact Viltrox 40mm f2.5. This little thing is only 167 grams, and I picked it up from China for sub $100. Let's say I was very surprised with its performance and sharpness. Easily the best bang for the buck of 2024. Also, as backup, let's definitely not forget to mention Osmo Pocket 3, but I don't think this thing needs any further introductions from me, as the key here is lightweight. My drone of choice will be the DJI Neo. At only 135 grams and without the need of a controller, it will be very easy to carry around and shoot some valuable aerial videos for my trips. And for gaming gear, normally I take the Switch, but given I've already carried so much stuff with me, I'm taking this. And because a gamer's got a game, this is my modded Game Boy Advanced. It's got a new OLED screen, USB-C charging, and a custom front panel that I'm really digging. Flareon is my favorite Pokemon. I'll be playing some classics on this trip, like Pokemon Emerald, Fire Emblem Blazing Blade, and Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. The rest of my essential products are firstly this 4-year-old MacBook Pro from 2021, and my watch of choice is the Google Pixel 3. This, in my opinion, is the best Android watch, and I think Google is starting to compete with iOS in the watch category with products like this one. And also this earbud here, iFlyBuds. It's a very difficult name. iFlyBuds Pro. And the reason I'm picking this over my Ear 2 is because of its added convenience. It's not because of the noise cancellation or the bass. They're just okay, nothing spectacular. But this little, for example, right, this little red button right here activates meeting recording and automatically generate notes in your phone, in the phone app. Whoa, you okay, bro? And it can also be used with your phone to provide live translations. You open the app, you put the phone on the table, and start a conversation in any language. This earbud will provide live audio translation in the language of your choice, which is pretty damn awesome. So this is my tech arsenal for Barcelona and Switzerland. I will be away for a few weeks, and this is going to be a brief hiatus. But if you want to follow my adventure in real time, be sure to check out my Instagram. I'll be posting updates here throughout the trip. And most importantly, if you enjoyed this peek into my travel gear, please give this video a thumb up and subscribe to PPP. And if you want to know why I started this channel at 40, check out my first video, also in the links below. Thank you for watching. Adios.